Welcome back to Tripura Farm. This is Ace, and it's Project Zomboid, build 42. So I have been in Chapter 8, promising to focus on Louisville, and today is going to be the first delivery on that promise. We need to find some books, and so to that end, we're going to head on up to Louisville. There are 2 bookstores that I've scouted out and said, here's where we're going to go. And there's also a huge warehouse over there by that side of town, and so we might go ahead and swing in there as well. I think that, well, the zombie numbers up there are going to be pretty prolific, but hopefully not too bad. And we are geared up completely. You can see our numbers over here look really good. Excuse me, the neck, 39%, great. Forearms, torso. I like our gear. I'm pretty sure that I filled up every single slot that we can, but there's still some better clothes to be found. I'm wearing a couple pieces that once we find better pieces that go in that slot, certainly I'll switch them out. But until then, we've got what we've got, and we're going to make it work. So anyways, today's episode, you can see it's 4:10 in the morning, up nice and early. I've switched over the fuel on the generators, gotten those set up and running, and we are ready to head north into Louisville. Hit a couple bookstores, maybe a warehouse, maybe an extra bookstore. I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's hit the road, Jack. But we're going to come back. For sure. Eventually. Rabbit meat. We'll grab that. So, since the 8.1 episode, I have been culling the rabbits a bit. Oh, so many. So many dead rabbits. A lot of dead rabbits. Not even nearly enough. I've also harvested a few chickens and then some more rabbits. Yeah, I think that if you look at the specs here on the stats on this rabbit when it's done cooking, you'll see that rabbit may very well be the only thing you need to live, because holy cow, I'm busy throwing pieces away because you get so much from it. Negative 91 on hunger, right? But don't even look at that. Look at where our calories are right now. So I'm just going to eat this piece of rabbit. And boom. A stat on a piece of rabbit. I'm like I said, throwing away the poor cuts and the average cuts and just keeping the prime, because honestly rabbits expand so fast. The rabbit population just climbs up right through the ceiling for nothing, and the amount of meat you get from them, really, I think you get more. I think you get more from a rabbit than you get from a cow. Go figure. Things that devs do in the name of game balance. It really just makes me shake my head. So I've done some repairs on the truck. It's looking pretty sharp right now. It's looking pretty clean. And don't run into the gate. And I've made sure it's stocked up. We've got plenty of spears. This is not going to be a gun run because, oh, yeah, there's a rabbit right outside the gate that we're about to probably run over. There's rabbits all over the place. A few of them got away. I opened the gate at one point and they poured out through the gate. And so now we've got random rabbits running around the property, inside the fence and outside. It's just a rabbit mess. So anyways, what was I saying? Cleaned up the truck and did some repairs to it. Stocked everything up. This is not going to be a gun run because, boy, when you use a gun in Louisville, you'd really best be prepared with a plan, a location, a fallback location, an escape hatch somewhere, choke points. I mean, right now at least, the sheer number of mobs in Louisville, if you fired off a shotgun that would come to your location, is probably more than I have ammo for if I brought everything. With the nerfs to shotguns that are in place now. The real difficulty in getting 2 or 3 mobs per shot. You know, 1 bullet, 1 kill is great if you can absolutely hit that every time. I haven't been able to yet. So, here we are. But hopefully, I've read a few tips on shooting, and so hopefully soon play around with that a little more and see if I can get better at it. Until then, you know, well, I can drop a Zed with every single shot of a 9mm. I just don't think that we have the ammo to go all Rambo in the middle of town, so I'm not going to do it. This is going to be a careful run, a bit of a stealthy run. Got a bit of a game plan on how we're going to get up into the city and where I'm going to stop for each location and run to the store that I want, and you know, so there's a little bit of a plan, but yeah, there's the plan, and then there's the alternate, and then there's the contingency, there's the emergency, right? Pace. You go in with a plan, you go in with an alternate plan, you go in with the plan that is if the other 2 plans don't work out, and then you go in with and if it all hits the fan, here's what we do. Was it, I think it was Dwight Eisenhower who said, in war, plans are useless, but planning is essential. So we have a plan, and we'll see how it goes. Did want to get an early start this morning so that we would get into town right around 9 a.m., which is when they all get a little slower for the day. So that should make it a little better, I hope. Still got those damages on from, oh, wow, some time now. I think one was a result of a tree, and the other, I think, was from Moldra when I was there. And the Zed got through. I was not fully armored up, and I think one got through and got me a laceration on the arm. Pretty sure that stuff's all healed up by now. The next time it's convenient for me to slow down, probably at the bridge. So we'll pull those bandages off and take a look. There we go. Back through, if I remember, let's get those cars out the road or break them down entirely. I've had to dodge them more than once. Quite a few repairs to the truck were needed. The trunk was completely gone from our escapades in Moldra. Trunk was gone. The hood, rather, not the trunk. The hood was gone, and its engine was down to 65% or so. So definitely not my first choice to drive through bodies and run into stuff and so on, because it really does hurt the truck. The truck is durable, but it's not bulletproof by any means. And you know, the occasional mob like that, this truck will last a long time, but when you start actually rolling over a group of them, it goes down pretty quick, and especially if you let them get up to you and start actually banging on the sides and stuff like that, and they start working their way through the doors and whatnot pretty fast. That's why I need to clean these cars up here, because they love to just stand right there in that one spot where there's nothing you can do except run over them or jump out and kill them by hand. But I'd rather get to where we're going sooner. Despite evidence to the contrary. I'd like to get there sooner rather than later, so that we have as much time in town with slow mobs as we can get. That guy's still stuck in that shack. I think at this point he's as much wanting to come out and wail on us as he's wanting me just to go in and put him out of his misery. I don't know, what do you think? Unfortunate that all of these things along here are effectively iron poles in the ground, so to speak. Tables, chairs, cardboard boxes, $17 hardware store barbecue grills. All of it is solid steel when you run into it. Solid steel buried 10 feet deep. The worst part of driving around in the city during the active hours, as it were, until 9 a.m., is that they're so much quicker, and so they tend to mob up in front of the vehicle faster, just because they're faster. So as soon as they detect you, they mob up, and it just means that, generally speaking, when you're driving around in the night or during active hours, just means that you end up running over so many more because they managed to get in front of the truck so much more effectively. Now that it's 9 and they've slowed down, hopefully it'll be a little easier to drive around. Alright, so here we are in town. I've got the map up in front of me here. I do now. And let's see if I can find this bookstore. I love the web-based map. It does make things a little easier. Wow. That fog just cleared right up, didn't it? He turned off the switch. That's a little weird. Talk about microclimates. Oh, look at that. We are going to want to come back with a tow truck, and we are going to want to get that truck right there. I do believe. If we can crack this thing open real quick while we're here. Make it difficult on me, aren't you? Alright, well, we're going to come back and get that. Wait a minute. Looks like the window broke. .65 capacity. Stretcher version, and so they give you is into the stretcher. That's a shame. That truck has the potential of being the single biggest cargo available vehicle in the game in a single container, except for the street sweeper. And my hope is to find one of those in the flatbed variant. I'm hoping that that box truck variant would still give you all that available space, but apparently not. The minute you cross a bush, all of the weight of that truck, I don't know, probably 10 tons of it, yes, slows to a crawl. There is no mass and acceleration in this game. There's just throttle and the gear that you're in versus resistance. We're getting close to where we're going to bail out. Go for a run. Another street sweeper. Tend to get a little chunky. Wow. There's a little chunky. And then there's this, which is... Now we're going to pause just for a second. I'll pause just for a second and see if I am on the wrong street over. Means that actually we're going to go in the reverse order I thought I was going to go in. We're going to give this just a second to perhaps load a little more. See how this goes. Well, either way too many mobs, or mobs plus rain, or something, but this has turned into one frame every 3-4 seconds right now. Just a moment to see if it sorts itself out. This would be the police station and the jail, I think. That might be a real high density spot. That might be what's going on, is that the game went ahead and loaded that area and it's got an intense amount of mob activity. Go one more block over. See if things don't get better. Oh. Crash to desktop. Well, there we go. I'll be back shortly after restarting. I'll see you then. I'm just going to put up the BRB right now for that. Okay, well, we're back. The game is restarted. The time signature is messed up. Our location is correct as to where we were when it crashed, but now it's 3:20 in the morning rather than something like 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the 10:30 in the morning. I don't know if we've lost a day, gained a day, or just moved back in time a few hours. But anyways, we're here in what is now early morning, which would be considerably more than I was bargaining for. So I'm going to probably head over here towards the river, and we're going to find a quiet place to just sort of hang out for a few hours. Probably have to take care of a few Zeds. There's the Crimson Oak Distillery is real nearby, and it's a gated property, so pulling in there pretty well restricts the number of mobs you're going to have to deal with. So let's start there. The problems with the chunkiness seem to have been mitigated. This is the warehouse. that I want to come back for. I think it's in this building right here. So it's very nearby anyways. There's a warehouse right up in front of us here. That borders the river. Thinking that might be where we settle down for a few minutes. Right next to Crimson Oak. Unfortunately, fatigue looks like it reset too. We don't have our low fatigue that we had from sleeping last night, so on the way around, the game threw us a curve here. Find ourselves in Louisville in the middle of the night with fatigue up pretty high. Hopefully this spot right here will be quiet enough that we can just deal with one or two mobs and then we can settle in for cooking up in the truck. Depends on how many come around the corner following behind. We got the ambulance folks, obviously. Dude, did you want me to tie the back up to that for you? Or are you just hanging out? Oh, we didn't even check our water. Brought us back without water too. And our crowbar. Equipped, okay. 9:20 in the morning. Got some neck pain. I've got some pain pills. Get to it. Alright, we've got our spear in hand, we've got a backup. Tell me that this bookstore is not pre-looted as well. We've been to 4 bookstores now, and 3 of them were pre-looted buildings. Yep, this one too. Starting to feel a bit intentional. Let's go take a look at that warehouse. Oh, a Humvee roof rack, really? We want that. Where is this warehouse? Here, directly in front of us. To our left. Oh, this is not the one I thought it was. See if we can find the right one. And we do want to come back with the tow truck and grab that Humvee with the roof rack. I can't make one of those yet, and pulling it off of that one would be the way to go. This could be that warehouse. Yep, I'm thinking that's it. With a great fence around it. each of these sections generates, if I recall correctly, with a theme. Everything in this is going to be farm and garden. But I'm liking these books. Of course, they're going to be hag books. I think this is going to be worth it. Let's go ahead and actually pull the generator out and set it up. Because this is going to take some time to loot, and it would be great if we could see inside. Do the trick. It's missing it by 1 square. Oh yeah, let's find something to drink, shall we? We shall. Stacking 5. Well, we do need that one. Start with a quick once through, just looking for stuff that we're absolutely here for. That masonry 4, no idea, but we'll grab it. Probably skip the gnome and the flamingo. I think 5. It seems like we have that already, but we'll start to not grab it and then find out we don't. Have to bring it home. F series, really? Is that going to give us finally the ability to put roof racks and stuff on the truck? Front seats, utility, windshield, bed cover, roof rack. Excellent. Finally. That's worthwhile. I presume that they're trying to get in here. I'm presuming that somebody's on to us. Banging we heard wasn't just environmental damage. Expect that any time now we're going to hear bye. So shelves spawn independently. We're getting multiple disciplines within one yellow box. Plastic pipe. Or generator, nice. Could be that all of them in a single row spawn with similar stuff. Got 5 in a row there. Could all be. This was all charcoal and propane tanks. So. In her best hat. How do we know it was her best hat? How can we really know these things? Good evening. warehouse in Louisville. Shopping for a new pair of flip-flops. Oh, beautiful. We want that. There's that roof rack issue taken care of. Metal shelves, metal crates, there it is. Thank you. This warehouse just paid off big time. Finally, metal crates. Every time I see the Ratchet Wrench, I think about the Ratchet Wrench from 7 Days to Die. Yep, sounds like we got a friend finally. Yep, fatigue at the max and endurance down. Yeah, not safe to sleep here. What are you talking about, man? Some guy's gonna come up behind me and really mess with me. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that snack bar. What up, dude? Come here. Ooh, a good generator. Not that we have the room for that, but... Nine. Fortunately, coming to the end of our first pass through. Or I like what we've brought out. If I had to drive away right now, I'd be happy. These are items you'd find at a gas station. What we're looking at. Store. YOLO. I don't know about you, but every time I see dead mouse, I think it should be spelled MAU5. Definitely feel like we've gotten great stuff here. There's a whole bunch of canned food out here in this container, so we'll grab that as well. Check this container down here, see if there's anything on the shelves. Looks like there. I think we grabbed this other value tech generator. And we grabbed that food, and then we head to the other bookstore. that we can see that it is looted as well, because that seems to be the common theme among all bookstores now. Said, it's starting to feel a little intentional. Oh, that's all the run we got. Yeah, now's where it gets ugly. There's that spot where if you meet somebody, you can't run away from them. Just watch yourself die. Cover at least enough endurance here so that we can run if we need to. We'll grab that other generator, head over to the other bookstore. Imagining that there's probably at least one mob, yeah, close to that generator. It's a pretty effective honeypot. Put this back in the truck, we'll grab all that food. DFO. Generator compartment. Great haul there. A couple of manuals we really needed. See if we can go find this other bookstore, and hopefully it hasn't been kicked in and looted already. And keep our hood in one piece while we do it. going. They're going right down here. $1,500. Got a little bit of time. Corner coming up here is the bookstore. On the next corner, the bookstore. Right here. Yep, and it's kicked out too. Alright, so 5 of 6 bookstores have been created. That's unfortunate. Definitely starting to feel personal. As long as we're here, let's roll up on the mall. 1,600 hours. We've got a little bit of time before they all get spicy. Go ahead and open up these chunks. F-Series. The traffic jam's going to be just about any time now. Yep, that's going to be tough for us to get through in the fire truck. Street. East. Oh, now there's one of the things we're looking for. Of course. Well, that's going to be an easy grab with the tow truck. Go ahead and see if we can get the mall parking lot opened up here. See what's there. Whoa. I suppose getting one more at this point. Whatever. Yeah, let's take the back way, shall we? Oh boy. There's a fence there. Yeah, the game said no. So. Good luck with that. Oh, don't run into the only vehicle in the center of the parking lot. Really? Humvee. A little pre-COVID parklet action. Thought that we were already at the mall by now. I guess not. There's a truck we want. That's a truck we want right there. What bed capacity on? $233, that's it. Crap. Never mind. What? Carpentry. I wonder if you can have anything I care about. Let me check. Yeah, that's the rule. Never go through the drive-thru or the drive-thru ATM. They got you. Well, I'm disappointed in the capacity of that flatbed. Means that now, pretty much the only focus of this drive around would be to find a bookstore that isn't looted, or to find another Cadillac. APC. Haven't seen that particular APC yet. Well, I mean, we just saw the one back there, but I mean, I haven't actually gotten a chance to get inside it and look at capacities and so on. It may be as good as the P19, or it may not be. P19 was really a good truck. It's just like all the different bins. Oh, I should probably drink something. Get all geared up with everything you possibly can, and you get pretty hot. That plus high thirst means it's really tough to keep myself hydrated. So here's the mall parking lot. What we'd love to find would be one of the mobile libraries. That would get huge. plenty of capacity, so if we do, we can jump out and just grab everything that's in there and run. Run like cowards we are. Hospitality. Oh, not here. Here. Nope. Nope. $2,000. I like the look of that truck with the camper. Kentucky lumber. I suppose you have a second lumber axe for me, do you? Oh, just some duct tape. Oh boy, you're moving quick. Yeah, you must be frustrated by that, huh? I understand. I like that extended cab with the bar, too. Plenty of Fords in my life, but I do like the look of the Toyotas. Oh, I have no idea if there's a bookstore in this area. Sort of driving around now looking for interesting vehicles or something that says books on the front of a building. That seems how we're after 2,000. And they're all spicy now. Oh, P19 in the junkyard there? Yeah, it is. 2 of them. And one of those is officially burned out, but that one's not. Yeah, that one will clean up really nicely. So that's a trip back with the tow truck. Right above the fire department. It was the Brandenburg Fire Department house that had this truck. Mint condition, pretty much. I was really grateful to find it. It has served me very, very well. F-Series. Angry.
Oh.
I'd be feeling pretty good driving around in a big old truck. Great loot up in the roof rack. They are whoop, hello. There they are complaining. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Alright, well, successful trip, and with that crash to desktop, we actually have no idea whether or not the generators are still running at home. Let's go on back and find out if we still have any food. One, two, third right, first right. Left after the creek. Right. First right. After the creek. Oh, another street sweeper. Pristine, look at that thing. That paint job is beautiful. So what we did find was the manual for working on the Humvees, and also for working on the military vehicle that we don't have yet. The Humvee's going to be a good one. That'll let us put a roof rack up on the top. Also, I hadn't realized, gotten the manual for the F-Series, so we can go ahead and do the additions to the F-Series that we've got as well. Roof rack, headache rack, toolbox, things like that. There's a bunch of accessories that you can put on the... Oh. What is that? There's a bunch of accessories you can put on the F-Series. the library. Nope. What created the killing thing is just a gosh. So many books that we haven't been able to get before that. It's not going to be pretty. Well, there's the boulevard anyways. Yeah. It teaches you really quickly not to take your fingers off the keyboard to, scratch your nose or rub your overly dried out eyeballs or just really anything. And then what you do, that's it. Just spent a whole bunch of sheet metal fixing this head too. We're just going to make new ones from now on. Fixing them doesn't make sense at this point. Temptation just to punch it along this stretch. Already thinking that we don't have a hood left. There's a lot of mobs. What sheet metal as we got recently? I just burned through a lot of it doing the repairs to this truck last fall. B42, it likes to hang up on this stretch right here. Oh. There's the K-rails with their insane collision boxes like to grab you. And then we're home free. Hi, Ryan. That wasn't me sighing, that was them. What are you doing this evening? I have not. I don't spend a lot of time reading the official bulletins and news drops and so on. But just playing and sort of taking the game as it comes. Although I have heard that NPC characters are coming. Hope not to see that at some point, because Zomboid is just one of those games that you have to go read forum posts to figure out some of these mechanics. Dixon. You know, if they had a character named Dixon and a character named Mason, and you drew a line between them, I think Kentucky might be a little far east for that, but maybe. Guess I need to know my U.S. geography better. Is he going to be like a storekeeper or something like that, or is he going to be somebody who assists you, or somebody who's there to screw with you but not necessarily a Zed? I guess it would be what, bandits, something like that. You could have bandits, you could have NPC store keeps and things like such as that. And then I guess you could have, you know, helpful characters. I don't know, at that point you might be starting to get into quest territory. Home sweet home. Apparently all bushes are made out of duct tape or something, because as soon as you run over one, all 10 tons of momentum just goes away. Oh, I didn't even notice. It was a second person chatting. Hi, Austin. I just saw the chat over there and didn't even pay attention to the avatar. Oh, quit your weeping. It's gonna be fine. Go upstairs, read some comic books. Bada bing, bada boom. NPCs would certainly make some sense. Be a nice bone for single player folks. Do you think they're going to release multiplayer in build 42, or do you think that that's going to come in 43? Already up to 42.7, so I don't know how much more can they do in 42 without flipping the number over. Fill the canteens up. If a little bit of sleep makes the weepies just a bit less, I guess, maybe. Comic books it is. Oh, wow. Great job of knocking that down. Alright, books. Cooking 5, that's going to be, I think, worthwhile. I think that's useful to us, right? Oh, we need cooking 4 first, yeah. We might never get to 5. Tailoring 5, we're ready for that one. And welder monthly from May. Metal storage boxes. About time. There's the Cadillac Commando. Here's going to be the Humvee. F-Series, thank you. 5. Well, Act 5 actually might be relevant. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we really want to get to Agriculture 10, because point. Cooking 5, fishing 5, 3-day smithing, foraging. Monthly, you bet we're going to read that one. Tailoring 5 is going to be relevant too. That one should be worthwhile. Tailoring 10 is, better than 8. A couple extra points of protection. Yeah, we need that one. Good deal. Ryan and Austin came in and said hello, and then, I don't know, you guys still here? Hit and run. Boom, gone. Ag 5. 4 there. is. Cooking 5, we'll put it right next to this cooking 4 that we don't have. Gotta take something else out. I've read, got that going. Fishing fun. That one too. That warehouse was worthwhile. They're not going to give us bookstores, at least they gave us the warehouse. For the skill books. So we didn't put anything in this top center bin, nothing in the left. Lower center got food. Grab all that. Repeat over here. Food, glorious food. How you ride out winter in style, eating plonkies. Start with canned. Everything that starts with the word canned goes in here. So that's full. Go above it. Above is where everything dried goes, so that's going to be our lentils and things like that. Staples and whatnot go in over here. Put the wrong stuff in the wrong bin at one point. Just the bin below it might be getting full. Yep, that's why. Big pack over here contains all the junk food. Beer on hand because that gets used in some recipes. Beverages up top. Oh. Cows have decided that they don't want to be here anymore. Because they're out of water. Because everybody's out of water. Well, hey. Anyhow, they're full until all of a sudden they're empty. Okay. Have enough for a door frame, do I? Nope. Planks off here. They came out and they drank all of it. Fair enough. Pigs are out too, of course. Rabbits are everything's out. Oh wait, rabbits are not out. Okay, rabbits haven't managed to break down the walls for that. No Monty Python rabbits here. Chickens haven't managed to do that. Yeah, how these chickens managed to drink this much water? No. Game just decided that all the water containers were empty. Wonder if that crash did this. This is weird. All of a sudden, all the water drops take is 50 million. What the actual... But they can drink out of buckets. power still on. We've got any planks here in the material bin. I think we do. Great. That is 0. I think we can cut 1 or 2 over here. So we've got 4, and we've got nails up there. We'll bring some more. Be able to get at least 1 watering trough out of that. Apparently when the game crashed, I'm guessing that it probably broke those watering troughs. Supposed to hold, I think, 100 liters. So 50 milliliters wouldn't be anything at all. Bucket encumbrance. Great. No amount. So it's a bucket that doesn't actually hold anything anymore. not thirsty, healthy, good, alright. But we didn't lose any chickens. Sad, actually, that we didn't lose any rabbit. I mean, I'm sad, but would have solved some of our problems for sure. No, it's just not a watering trough anymore. That's weird. Alright, well the cows have sorted themselves out because they can get to the creek now. Chicken is sorting itself out because it's trying to leave. Cows aren't going to die overnight. Pigs are sorted, they're not going to die overnight. Let's go get rid of this panting, wheezing thing, and then we'll come back out and start to clean up this mess. catchers got broken too. Those 2 flags. I think we got another plank down this way somewhere. Oh, the door frame is still there. Alright, so we just need a hinge for the door, I think. Put a bunch of logs out towards the main road, so we can run out there and bring those in, so we've got some material to work with. You knew the cow was going to leave the moment I opened that. Just knew it. Miss the Minecraft ability to tie a rope off to a fence post. Thank you, Debs. Thank you. That's really just the sweetest thing. Destroy it again because there's no water in here because, right. Outside, we're going to destroy that fence. Water. Stop destroying things now. Nope. Yeah, see? There was water. All the water you needed. Yeah, closing the gates. Closing the gate feels kind of silly now, I guess. Too many escape keys. That would be the bull. Either that is the baby all grown up, or this pen, of course. I don't know why I didn't check it. This pen got broken out as well. Because it has no water either. Oh, he's still in there. Okay, that was 0 water. Dying of thirst, yep. Amazing that he hasn't broken out yet. Just dropped into debug and fixed this that way. Ah, 50 mil. Yep. It's broken too. Well, so successful run to Louisville, and unfortunately broken a broken game mechanic on return. I am going to go ahead and drop it. Well, now look at this. This water trough over here now shows that it's full. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode at this point. I'm going to drop over into debug and remove all these water troughs and re-add them all, and then cause them all to be full because obviously they're significantly broken. So I will be back with this was 8.2, so I'll be back with 8.3 when I've managed to put everything right again, and then I'll come back in normal mode and put stuff away, clean things up, and make a plan for the next trip up into Louisville. Probably going to be a few days of around the farm work because we've got a couple books to read. We've got some other things to do in terms of chores that would happen without this error. But obviously, then once those are done, we'll head back up to Louisville and do some more lead into the dead. So this is Ace. I'll see you for 8.3, probably tomorrow. I appreciate you coming and sticking around. Hit the subscribe button if you would for me. I'm really close to 200. I'd love to see that roll over. Thank you very much. This is Ace. I'm out of here.